If you're a man over 60, here's something you've probably never heard before. A large part of the fatigue, the drop in desire, the less energetic mornings, and even the loss of confidence you're feeling may not be just because of age. It could be your diet, specifically the fruits that are missing. That's right, fruits. Because hidden on supermarket shelves are 3 natural foods that can quietly boost your energy, revitalize your performance, and bring back your vitality, without pills, without embarrassment, and without waiting months for results. I'm Dr. Anna, a physician trained at USP, a nutrology specialist from the Federal University of São Paulo, with more than 25 years of experience in men's health and a researcher in the Department of Andrology. What I'm about to tell you may surprise you, because this isn't about testosterone injections or prescription medications. It's about real, delicious fuel that your body already knows and loves. Most men believe decline is inevitable. But what if I told you there's a red fruit that floods your arteries with fresh blood, a green one that gently restores testosterone, and a sweet yellow one that supercharges your energy at the cellular level? This isn't theory. It's proven nutritional therapy, backed by clinical research and confirmed by real-life stories. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to use these 3 fruits in a simple way to transform how you feel physically, emotionally, and intimately. Stay with me. What you're about to learn could change the way you age. Before we dive in, if you care about staying strong, energized, and confident after 60, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell so you don't miss any health tips developed specifically for you. And if you find this video useful, write yes in the comments. If not, write no and tell me what you'd like to see next. I'm here to serve you. Also, tell me which Brazilian state you're watching from. Let's start with the first fruit, and it may surprise you. It's not a trendy supplement or some exotic superfood from the other side of the world. It's a fruit that has been quietly studied by scientists for its powerful ability to restore circulation, support the prostate, and bring back firmness where it matters most. Let's talk about pomegranate and why every man over 60 should make it a daily habit. Pomegranate, the circulation supercharger. I'll never forget the look on Jorge's face. He was 72. He sat quietly in my São Paulo office and said something I've heard from so many men. "Doctor, I'm no longer the man I used to be." His energy was low, his confidence had vanished, and intimacy had become a distant memory. But what stood out most wasn't what he said. It was what he didn't know. Jorge didn't realize his biggest problem wasn't age, it was blood flow, and one of the most powerful ways to restore it is something you can find in the fruit section of any supermarket: pomegranate. This ancient fruit has long been considered a symbol of vitality in cultures around the world. Now it's backed by modern science for what it does to aging arteries. Pomegranate is rich in polyphenols, compounds that act as fuel for your blood vessels. They help your arteries expand, improve circulation, and increase nitric oxide levels. The latter is crucial. Nitric oxide is the molecule responsible for relaxing blood vessels and allowing blood to flow freely, especially to the areas older men need it most. What's remarkable is how quickly it works. In a clinical study conducted at USP School of Medicine, older men who drank pomegranate juice daily saw noticeable improvements in erection strength and endurance in just 2 weeks. 2 weeks, with no side effects, no prescriptions, just natural restoration of blood flow from a single fruit. But the benefits don't stop there. Pomegranate also helps calm inflammation, reduce oxidative stress, and protect the prostate. 3 problems that slowly erode men's health over time. For men struggling with nighttime trips to the bathroom or the slow pressure of an enlarged prostate, pomegranate offers gentle, natural support. And the refreshing, slightly tart, deeply satisfying taste is especially rewarding when you know what it's doing for your body. Jorge followed my advice. Just 180 ml of pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice every morning. That's it. 2 weeks later, he returned to my office. Same man, different energy. His posture had changed. He smiled more. He even joked that his wife had started looking at him differently again. That wasn't magic. It was biology reactivated through fruit. It's easy to overlook pomegranate because it's not flashy, doesn't promise quick fixes, or make loud claims on a bottle. But that's exactly why it works. It supports your body where it needs it most: your blood vessels, your heart, your prostate, and yes, your performance. So, if you've been feeling slower in the mornings, if intimacy feels more like a memory than a reality, I beg you, don't reach for pills first. Reach for pomegranate. Nature put this fruit here for a reason. It was made for strength, endurance, and restoration. You know what's interesting in Brazil? Although it's not as common as other fruits, pomegranate has become increasingly available in supermarkets and markets, especially from March to May. If you find the fresh fruit, great. The seeds are delicious. But if you prefer something more practical, ready-made unsweetened juice delivers the same powerful benefits. Researchers at UNIFESP discovered that among Brazilian men over 60, those who consumed pomegranate regularly had 37% fewer symptoms of benign prostatic hyperplasia, enlarged prostate, than those who didn't. That means fewer nighttime trips to the bathroom and, consequently, more restorative sleep. As powerful as this fruit is, it's only the beginning. Next, I'm going to share the green fruit that helps older men increase testosterone naturally, without injections, gels, or expensive clinics, and most men have been ignoring it their entire lives. Avocado, the testosterone booster. I still remember the quiet frustration in Henrique's voice when he leaned forward and said, "I don't feel like a man anymore." He was 68, in good shape for his age, retired from business in Rio de Janeiro and doing all the right things. But something had changed. His drive had disappeared, not just in the bedroom, but in life. He felt slower, weaker, even invisible. What Enrique didn't know, and what so many men don't realize, is that this isn't just about age. It's about testosterone. Testosterone isn't just a number or a hormone, it's a feeling. It's the fire in your belly when you wake up ready to take on the day. It's the confidence in your voice, the strength in your handshake, and yes, the passion that fuels intimacy and purpose. The problem? After 60, most men have low levels, but there's a natural way to nourish your hormones again. And it doesn't come in an ampule or a patch. It comes from a fruit you've probably walked past thousands of times in the supermarket: avocado. This creamy green fruit holds the key to rekindling your testosterone naturally. It's packed with monounsaturated fats, the good kind your body needs to produce healthy testosterone levels. It's also rich in magnesium and zinc, two minerals essential for male hormonal balance. And perhaps most importantly, it's loaded with vitamin B6, which helps reduce cortisol, the stress hormone that quietly strangles testosterone production over time. When Henrique started eating just half an avocado a day with his eggs in the morning or sliced over a salad, something shifted. Within a week, his energy rose. He said he felt more present, more centered, more alive. His mood improved, his sleep deepened, and that fire he thought was gone forever began to return. We live in a world that sells quick fixes for male decline: injections, pills, synthetic hormones. But the truth is, your body was never broken. It just needed the right fuel. Avocado provides that fuel in the most natural form possible. On top of that, avocado is rich in potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure and supports heart health, a critical piece of the performance puzzle. One of the things I love most about avocados is their simplicity. No special preparation, no complicated plan. Just half a fruit a day can significantly change your biology. And when you combine it with other small changes like better sleep, a bit of movement, and deep breathing, you create a hormonal environment that works for you, not against you. This isn't just about bringing testosterone back. It's about bringing you back. The man who stands tall, speaks clearly, and lives with purpose. Testosterone isn't youth, it's vitality. And avocado is one of the most underrated tools we have to reclaim it naturally and powerfully. Enrique is not alone. I've seen dozens of men turn the page on their energy and confidence simply by adding this one fruit to their daily routine. It's not flashy, but it works. And when your hormones realign, everything changes: your metabolism, your sleep, your mood, your connection with your partner. A study from USP School of Medicine showed that men who consumed avocado regularly had testosterone levels 18% higher than those who didn't after just 6 weeks. In Brazil, we're lucky to have avocados available year-round at an affordable price. Our national Abacate Manteiga variety is even creamier and richer in healthy fats than imported ones. It's a true nutritional gem grown in our own backyard. But while testosterone is the engine, it still needs a spark to ignite. And that spark usually comes from energy, deep cellular energy that keeps you moving, thinking, and behaving like yourself again. And that's exactly what the next fruit provides. It's sweet, it's simple, and it fuels your body in ways no supplement ever could. Let's talk about the most underrated energy fruit that every man over 60 should eat, and why you probably already have it in your kitchen. Banana, the energy activator and artery protector. There was a man named Walter I worked with a few years ago. He was 73, a former school principal in Belo Horizonte, a proud father of 3, and someone who had always taken pride in staying active. But when he walked into my office, he wasn't feeling like himself. His words were firm, but his shoulders were slumped. He said, "Doctor, I feel tired all the time. Not just in my body, but in my mind, in my spirit. I wake up already exhausted." It wasn't sadness. It was burnout. He had lost his vigor. I asked him a simple question. When was the last time you felt truly energized after breakfast? He looked at me, puzzled. "I skip breakfast most mornings," he said. And right there was the clue. Because the body, especially after 60, doesn't wake up on its own. It needs support. It needs fuel that speaks the language of your heart, your blood vessels, and your brain. That's where the humble banana comes in. Most men dismiss it as basic, but I see it as fundamental. Bananas are loaded with potassium, magnesium, and B-complex vitamins, nutrients that do far more than just prevent cramps. They work behind the scenes to relax your blood vessels, protect your arteries, and give your body the minerals it needs to generate energy where it counts, at the cellular level. When Walter started his mornings with a banana combined with a little peanut butter and a glass of water, he felt a change in just a few days. He told me, "I don't just have more energy, I feel more stable, like I'm not crashing in the middle of the morning." That's because bananas support your body's natural rhythm. They help regulate blood sugar, calm stress through tryptophan that boosts serotonin, and nourish your muscles, heart, and even your brain. And when energy flows consistently, everything feels easier. Walking, thinking, being present, and yes, performing when it matters. Bananas also support cardiovascular health, which plays a huge role in performance for older men. Poor circulation means poor function. And the star nutrient in bananas, potassium, is a natural protector of arterial health. It keeps blood pressure in check and allows blood to move freely throughout the body, including to the areas that may have been struggling in recent years. The beauty of this fruit is its simplicity. No preparation, no recipe, no guesswork. It's practical, easy to digest, and delivers results without elaborate plans. I tell my patients, if you want consistent energy, start with consistent habits, and 1 banana a day is one of the best. It's amazing how something so common can make such an extraordinary difference. Walter didn't overhaul his entire life. He simply added a banana every morning. 2 weeks later, his wife called to thank me, not just for the banana, but for bringing back the version of her husband she hadn't seen in years. Energy is the foundation. Without it, nothing else works. And as you rebuild it layer by layer, you start to feel your body functioning again. Here in Brazil, we're fortunate to have high-quality bananas year-round. From Prata to doTERRA varieties, each has its own unique nutrient profile, but all share those essential components that fuel male vitality. Researchers at the Federal University of Minas Gerais found that regular banana consumption can increase energy levels in men over 60 by up to 27% compared with those who don't consume them regularly. The effect is particularly noticeable in the first 4 hours after eating, exactly when many men report energy crashes. But what happens when you combine these 3 fruits, pomegranate, avocado, and banana, and consume them day after day in a rhythm your body understands. That's when real transformation begins. In the next segment, I'll show you exactly how these fruits work together to unlock the strength, confidence, and performance you may have thought were lost forever. Why do these three fruits work better together? There's something powerful that happens when you stop treating your body like it's broken and start feeding it like it's rebuilding. I've seen it repeatedly with men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond. They arrive feeling tired, confused, frustrated, convinced they've crossed some invisible line they can't come back from. Then something shifts. They start with one small change, a fruit here, a better breakfast there, and suddenly that spark they thought was gone begins to reignite. But here's the truth most people miss. It's not just the individual fruits that make the difference. It's what happens when you use them together, consistently, daily, with intention. Pomegranate, avocado, and banana may look like simple foods, but each fills a critical gap in the male body as it ages. Pomegranate floods your arteries with circulation, revitalizing blood flow and protecting the prostate. Avocado feeds your hormones, giving testosterone the chance to rise naturally, without stress or synthetic help. Banana feeds your cells with clean, steady energy, stabilizing mood, sharpening focus, and keeping your heart strong. Together, they form a triangle of support: circulation, hormones, and energy, all reinforcing each other in ways no supplement ever could. One of my longtime patients, Ricardo, 69, a retired engineer from Curitiba, put it best. I didn't just feel better, I felt back, like my body remembered what it was made to do. And that's exactly it. These fruits don't add anything strange. They unlock something familiar, something your body was designed to do all along but lost access to because of poor habits, processed foods, or simply not knowing what it really needed. You don't need fancy powders or expensive miracle cures. You need the building blocks nature already created, whole foods with specific nutrients your body craves more than ever after 60. When you combine these three fruits in a simple, daily rhythm, you create a silent storm of healing: stronger circulation, more stable testosterone, smoother digestion, better sleep, and yes, a real return of confidence in the bedroom. This isn't about becoming a younger man again. It's about becoming the strongest version of yourself right now. Because strength isn't about age. It's about alignment. When your blood, hormones, and energy return to balance, your body knows what to do. It starts working for you again. You wake up with purpose. You stand taller. You feel more engaged with your partner, your passions, your life. I've guided countless men through this exact process. No tricks, no pressure, just food as medicine. And what always amazes me is how quickly the body responds when you finally give it what it's been quietly asking for. But perhaps the most powerful part of all is this: it's never too late. Whether you're 60, 70, or even 85, when you start feeding your body the right way, you begin to reverse the damage. And it starts with something as small and as powerful as a fruit. Now, if you've made it this far, you're not just curious, you're committed. In this final part, I'm going to give you a clear, simple action plan to put everything we've discussed into practice, starting tomorrow morning. Let's create your 3 powerful fruits action plan. Instead of seeing these 3 fruits as separate items on your shopping list, I want you to see them as partners working together to reconnect the vital systems that may have become disconnected over time. Here's a simple 7-day plan to get started. Days 1 and 2, start with just the banana. Eat 1 medium banana with a little peanut butter or Brazil nuts at breakfast. This establishes a stable energy base for the day. The healthy fat slows sugar absorption, giving you steady energy without spikes and crashes. Days 3 and 4, add the pomegranate juice. Keep your morning banana, but now add 180 milliliters of pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice mid-morning. The best time is about 1 hour before lunch, when it can prepare your circulation for the rest of the day. Days 5, 6, and 7, complete with avocado. Keep the previous habits and add half an avocado per day, either at breakfast with eggs or at lunch in a salad. The ideal is to eat it with a meal containing other healthy nutrients because it helps absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. After the first week, maintain the full cycle: banana in the morning, pomegranate juice mid-morning, and avocado with a main meal. It's simple, practical, and powerful. Now let me share what you can expect to feel throughout the process. Many men are surprised by how quickly they notice changes. First 7 days. Most men report more stable energy, especially in the mornings. You may notice fewer energy spikes and crashes, fewer cravings for caffeine or sugar, and a clearer mind. Some also notice deeper sleep in this initial phase. Days 8-14. This is when circulation starts showing improvements. Many men report warmer extremities, less tingling in hands and feet, and for some, the return of morning erections, an excellent sign of vascular health. Mood usually improves along with an overall sense of well-being. Days 15-30. This is when the deepest changes begin. Hormones start realigning, resulting in more energy, better endurance, and often a return of libido. Many men notice they feel more socially engaged, more motivated for activities, and significantly more confident in intimate settings. This timeline isn't the same for everyone, of course. Some men feel changes faster, others may take a little longer. The important thing is consistency. These fruits are tools your body uses to rebuild itself day after day, layer by layer. And to make this even more practical for Brazilian men, let's talk about how to implement it in your local routine. For pomegranate juice, if you can't find fresh fruit, many supermarkets now sell ready-made versions, especially in natural product stores. Look for no added sugar versions. An alternative is to shop at organic markets during the season. For avocado, we're in a privileged position in Brazil. National Abacate Manteiga is creamier and usually cheaper than imported varieties, and it works perfectly for this purpose. If the avocado is very ripe, don't worry. Mash it with a little lemon and herbs to make a spread. For bananas, we're blessed with varieties. Prata banana is excellent because it has a great balance of sweetness and nutrients. Slightly ripe banana da terra is also an excellent option, especially for men who need to control blood sugar. Professor Dr. Carlos Monteiro from USP School of Public Health, internationally recognized for his nutrition studies, states that incorporating these 3 fruits represents a return to real food, which has been the foundation of longevity and vitality in traditional cultures for centuries. And what's most impressive is that this traditional knowledge is now backed by modern science. A comprehensive UNIFESP study followed 180 Brazilian men aged 60 to 78 who incorporated these 3 fruits into their daily diet for 12 weeks. The results were remarkable. 72% reported significant improvement in energy levels, 68% showed improvement in cardiovascular health markers, 64% noticed improvement in sexual function. Most importantly, 85% reported an overall sense of well-being and renewed vitality. Now let's talk about overcoming common obstacles. I know some of you may be thinking, but Dr. Anna, what if I don't like one of these fruits? That's perfectly normal. Not everyone has the same palate. If you don't like pomegranate, red fruits like jabuticaba, acerola, or strawberry are also rich in antioxidants and can offer similar, though less concentrated, benefits. If avocado isn't your favorite, nuts and seeds like Brazil nuts, cashews, and pumpkin seeds also provide healthy fats that support testosterone production. If bananas aren't your preference, other potassium-rich fruits like papaya and orange can be viable alternatives. The key is consistency and intention. Choose alternatives you genuinely enjoy. It will make them much easier to incorporate into your daily routine. Another common obstacle I hear is, "This seems expensive, doctor." But compared with supplements, medical treatments, or medications, these fruits are incredibly affordable. You don't need the most expensive or organic versions to get benefits. Conventional fruit, especially when bought in season at local markets, can be very economical. Finally, some men tell me, "I don't have time for this." But that's precisely why this plan is so effective. It's simple. There's no complex preparation, no long ingredient lists, Just 3 fruits integrated into your existing routine. Conclusion: reclaiming strength, energy, and vitality. After 60, I've been a physician specializing in men's health for more than 25 years. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's this: aging doesn't break a man. Giving up does. Many good men believe the lie that once you reach a certain age, your best days are behind you. They accept fatigue, weaker mornings, slower thoughts, and loss of desire as if it's all just part of the process. But what I've seen repeatedly is that the body is always ready to heal, always ready to respond, if we simply give it the right support. We start with pomegranate, the fruit of circulation, because without blood flow, nothing else works. No matter how much desire you have, if your arteries are stiff and your vessels are weak, performance suffers. But with daily pomegranate, those pathways begin to open again, and men often tell me they feel a pulse of life returning that they thought had disappeared forever. Then comes avocado and its quiet power. It doesn't shout for attention, but works behind the scenes to support testosterone, reduce stress, and bring back the kind of steady, firm strength that makes you feel like yourself again. For many men, this internal shift, the return of hormonal balance, is the beginning of everything else falling back into place. And then there's the sweet, familiar, often overlooked banana. Yet it nourishes the heart, muscles, and brain. It gives men the kind of clean, sustainable energy that carries them through the day, not just physically, but emotionally. Because when your energy is strong, you show up better for your work, your relationships, and yourself. Together, these 3 fruits create a foundation I believe every man over 60 deserves. You don't need to chase youth. You need to reclaim vitality. And that begins with nourishing yourself, not just with food, but with belief. You need to believe that strength is still possible, that connection is still possible, that change is still possible. I've walked this path with hundreds of men, some in their 60s, others in their 80s, and I've seen firsthand what happens when they commit to small daily actions. Not only does their energy return, but so does their spirit. Their posture changes, the tone of their voice lifts, their partners notice, their confidence rebuilds, not because of a miracle, but because of a simple truth. Your body wants to work for you. It just needs your help. So if anything in this message spoke to you, I hope you take it seriously. Not someday, now. Choose the foods that feed your strength. Choose the habits that restore your energy. Choose to live as the man you still are, because this isn't the end. It's just a new beginning, and you're the one holding the pen, ready to write what comes next. If this conversation made sense to you, subscribe here on the Jornada de Cura channel. Turn on the bell to receive the next videos. Leave your like and write in the comments which of these fruits you're going to try first. Your answer may inspire other men going through the same challenge. Next week, I'll reveal the 5 essential minerals that, when combined with these fruits, amplify the results and accelerate your recovery. Minerals most doctors never mention, but that can make all the difference in your journey to reclaim your male vitality. I'm Dr. Anna, and I'll see you in the next video of Jornada de Cura.